Is it time to reveal your real magic and become seen, known, and valued? Hello and welcome to Poetry Alchemy Infusions, and we're celebrating International Women's Day today. So hi, I'm Runak Aiken and I'm visibility coach and poetry alchemist, and I'm delighted to be bringing you poems by women poets this week for Women's Day, and today is a very special poem that I want to share with you. And this is a poem that changed my life 6 years ago when I worked with it. And if you've been following these infusions for a while, you'll know that there are some poems that I speak that are really deeply embodied in me, that I know really well, and others, that I read that I love, but I haven't embodied so much. And there's a process that I go through in embodying a poem that I work with it deeply over weeks or months, and it changes me. And this poem that I want to share with you today is one that really changed my life when I worked with it 6 years ago. And I've got a process of asking my intuition, what poem should I work with next? And when I got the answer for this poem, and it's Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou, I was like, no, not that poem. Please no. I love that poem, but it's not me. And it really stretched me to think that was a poem that I could work with and embody, because I kind of thought, that's just not me. I'm not that person. And what was going on in my life at that time is I was on the edge of stepping into the next level of my leadership and really stepping into being a leader in my work for the first time. And I had been for interviews for leadership roles and struggled to really see myself and feel myself in that role, to take up that kind of space that a leader took. And so what would happen I got a bit flustered in one interview and didn't really present myself the best way that I could. But after working deeply with this poem, and I'll share it with you and you'll see why, it really shifted my reality. It really shifted my ability to hold space, but it really stretched me. And I got some great help with this as well from my poetry teacher, Kim Rosen, and at a workshop I was speaking this poem, this Phenomenal Woman poem, and I had all of these women standing behind me that had my back, that were holding a space for me to embody this poem, this of feminine leadership. It's what I see it. So I'll speak the poem for you now, and then I'll share some more about it. It's such a living out loud and proud poem. So Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride in my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. When I walk into a room, just as cool as you please, to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered just what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's the grace of my style, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. And on International Women's Day, I want to say phenomenal women. That we. And I would really love to offer this poem to all women to embody, to really claim how phenomenal we are, to really embody our own brilliance, our own leadership, our own right to take up space, no matter what shape or form we want to express that in. And one of the lines for me that was most impactful in this poem was, now you understand is why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. And what that opened up for me was, as a quiet person, a sensitive person, an introvert, was that I could be quietly powerful, that I didn't have to shout, that I could be a quiet leader. I didn't have to be an extrovert. I didn't have to be something that I'm not, that I could show up and be the kind of leader that I am in the world. And it physically changed my posture. I had a kind of hunched over posture, and embodying this poem, it really straightened me up. I even had to see a chiropractor to get out the tension from my back. And after that, I was like, great, I can stand up straight. And a few weeks after embodying this poem and working with it deeply for, weeks or, maybe a month, I went for another interview for a CEO role. And before I went into the interview, I spoke this poem to myself. And when I went in to that interview, I was able to take up the space, to be confident, to know that I could do it. I could take the space as a leader, and they offered me the job, and that was my first CEO role. And I rocked it because of this poem. So it's such a powerful thing to do, to work deeply with the poem, to shift our identity and to shift our beliefs. And that's something that I do with other people as well. I do occasionally offer poetry alchemy sessions where I'll help people to embody a poem that is really relevant for them. And I did work with somebody last year with this same poem, and it was such a joy to witness the blossoming of that woman into her phenomenalness. So if you want to know more about that, get in touch. But this is my gift to you for International Women's Day. So have a fabulous rest of the day and take care. See you soon.